I'm live. Give me a second or two. Bring up my desktop. Easier for me to read. And let's see. Selma, my friend, how are you? It is nice to see you. You're the first one in the chat. I'm going to cruise through YouTube real quick. I went to our friend Jace is live. He just did a challenge. I believe he did 1,500 sit-ups. Pretty awesome. If you guys get the opportunity to go visit Jace, he's wrapping things up, I believe. Our friend Goga is live, and that's what I'm looking for. As he's giving a talk on YouTube. Let's see, who else we have? Hey, Ash. Ash says, Yogi, how are you? Many of you guys might be familiar with our friend Daisy May. Daisy is live. Davy's having an epic live stream. She's been live for
the hell, there's people on the other side of the world. It's already tomorrow there, and it's
our friend William Downey is live. I'm going to share him out. We'll just stop in and say hi. All right.
I'm just hanging, Derek.
Who else
Not
we got?
doing much.
We got Erica Point.
Hell yeah, look at that. Everybody coming in. What's happening, buddy? I've been busy, Yokes. Busy working. Today's my my only day off, it seems like.
William Downey.
I got to work a little
that
later.
Familiar voice. It's always nice to hear. William's a good guy. Enjoy his live streams. If you get a chance, swing on over and say hi to William. Let everyone know that, hey, Lala, how are you? Should I give it an attempt? This is the Jace cheat sheet. Lala Palu Laza. Got to give it at least one. Ash says, hey, Eric and Lala. Hey, Jace. We got a howdy, howdy. Nice work today, Jace. I want to share out one more thing. I believe our friend Goga is live. So right now, as mentioned, William Downey, I believe that Daisy May is still live. And Daisy's been live for a while. She's on a man, it looks like 5.5 hours. She's on a record-setting pace. The most likes she's ever gotten. I was fortunate to be there when she got the record. She sang a song in celebration. It's a happy birthday. I tried to get her to do an Elvis version of Happy Birthday, but it was not in the cards. I think she might have ended. Yep, she did end her live stream. But it was a big one. Let's see. Let's see if I can find Goga. Rumor has it that I might do a guest appearance on Goga. End of the month, the last Sunday of the month. I don't know if that will actually happen. Has me a little nervous. I want to share Goga out. He's talking about next week, the 15th. I think a week from today. YouTube will have 3-minute shorts. You can now do a 3-minute short. Is that good for you? Is that bad for you? Is that, who cares? As several people have pointed out, man, even 30 seconds is long for some people to stay on a short. So I don't know if, 3 minutes is the answer. Someone said they were trying to stay, I guess, relevant. I'll jump back in the conversation. Just a second, guys. I apologize. But I think we're getting the theme song from Goga.
On their channels.
Nope, not yet.
Shorts, on their short videos on their channels. So that became like a very strong concern. Hey, just a Yogi, welcome, Eric. How are you doing, Eric? Thanks so much for coming in. Yeah. So guys, if you don't have Just a Yogi, that's my amazing brother, and he's also a friend right now. He has an amazing community that I totally adore and love. Very peaceful gentleman. Just a Yogi doing baptism in his basement. Very good guy. Now,
you do not get a warmer welcome on all of YouTube than Goga, bar none. He is, to me, one of the ultimate live streamers. He knows how to do it. All right, let me catch up. Who else do we got here? Let's see. Lola says, I'm great. And yourself, Eric? I'm doing pretty good. I just taught a breath class to someone who's becoming a good friend. Just about an hour ago. Let's see. Ash says, super happy today. We won the cricket match, and we won by 40 points. Man, that's a lot of points. Well done. Nightmare says, pull my finger. I'm not falling for that trick again. Let's see. Well, Lala fell for it. Eric Point says, hey, Jason Nightmare. Lala says, uh-oh, you soiled yourself? Sounds like it. Ash says, I knew you would do that. Miss Flipper, hello again. Hello, my friend. It is nice seeing you here. Eric says it would be good for quick how-to videos, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's one way to look at it, but it seems like that would be such a small portion. I don't know. Not a bad idea, but I think YouTube can do better. Here's what I don't understand about YouTube. They have the premium so you don't get ads, but people earn an income by people watching their ads. So basically, they're saying, we make our money from you putting content out, but we want to pay you less, so people pay us more by having not getting ads. Just doesn't make sense. I'm all for skipping ads, even though I nominally earn something from an ad. I think the most I've earned from people watching ads is like, from one ad, is like $2.40 something cents. But hey, as I mentioned before, any income's good income, and when you're making it from your own creativity, even better. Jay says, I sat on my bum for an hour. I saw some of that. Well, you didn't just sit. Mira says, hey, Sir Yogi, beautiful people. Hey, Mira, how are you, my friend? All right. All right, I'm not too far behind here. I thought I might be because I was talking so much. Nightmare says, how's it going, everyone? Ash says, question dog breed. Every one of them. All of them. Every single dog breed is an awesome dog breed. I like corgis. Corgis are wonderful dogs. I had a corgi. I actually had 2 corgis. Well, my dad had a corgi. I had a corgi. I also had a Schipperke, which isn't a very well-known dog breed. They are amazing dogs. Mine might not have actually been a dog. I think there might have been, sorry, I got to put Eric on code 1 alert. The dog might have been a little bit of a wombat. Might have had some wombat in him. This was Toby. He was a very, very odd dog. Virtually indestructible forever. Ash says, corgis are adorable. They are. I am not making the raw sound. Let's see. Mir says he's good. Happy to hear that, Mir. Let's see. Jay says something happens. I changed a few titles and have gone from 5K hits to 246. I don't know if it is the title, Jace. Every once in a while, I was getting 6,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 views on my YouTube shorts. And then they dropped to like 400. And then they dropped into the teens, sometimes single digits for a long time. Now they're generally climbing up again. YouTube's doing some stuff. They push out your channel, and then they drop it like that. That's what I mean about the 3-minute short. Great. That's awesome. But you can do better. YouTube can actually support the small channels. Make it easier to get your content out, especially if you're putting out a positive message, or at least attempting to. Hey, Ginger, how are you? Ivan, my friend, how are you? Ivan says, how are you, my friend? Ivan, I'm doing pretty well. It's nice to see you again. Ash says, Toby is adorable. Toby, yes, Toby passed away in 2019 and definitely broke my heart. Ivan says, Eric, long time I don't see. It has been a bit. It's probably been over a month or so, right? They says, I've noticed the same with Mir and his hits. Yeah, it's just, it's YouTube. It's not you. It's not like you're doing something different. It's not like your work is, not as worthy and valuable as it was a week ago. YouTube just shifts. But it can be discouraging. It's weird because the first several weeks I got monetized, I'm thinking, all right, I got this. I can do it. And then it shifted out of favor. And I thought, all right, I don't got this. This kind of sucks. But hey, you do what you do because you do it. Does that make sense? It's what Krishna says to Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita. Do what you do and surrender the results, because you're not in charge of the results. You're in charge of what you do. You're in charge of your actions. Dagmar, my friend, how are you? Hey, Tandra. How you doing, Ginger? Dagmar says, hey, Yogi Eric. Tandra had another great live stream today. Here's one of my favorite highlights of hanging out with Tandra was catching her, which she played my theme song that she made for me. Absolutely awesome. But then later in the live stream, I forget what you were doing. She was doing something totally unrelated to playing my theme song, and I hear her humming. And I think, you know what? She's hung in my theme song, which is really cool. And it was perfect because I watch so much Tandra that I find myself in odd moments of the day humming Tandra's theme song without even realizing. And I'm like, what song is this? This doesn't sound like the normal Grateful Dead song. This doesn't sound like John Coltrane in my head. Dagmar says, everyone in the chat. Jason's going to make tea. Humming it. Hey, Sue, how are you? Selma says hi to Laza. Dagmar says, I personally don't think people will actually watch 3 minutes on a short. I agree. Until they see me do my Elvis Presley impersonation that I promised I would do for Daisy May. And it's going to be for 3 minutes. Then they'll watch it. But here's a confession. I'm not going to do an Elvis Presley impersonation. I didn't inadvertently, I was going to say inadvertently said that mistakenly to Daisy May. But here's the truth. I lied. I out and out lied. I'm not going to sing Elvis Presley. Not on YouTube, that's for sure. Tandra says, thanks, Yogi. Well, you know, I had to make sure that I brought that to everyone's attention. Man, just when Sue has had some amazing skies in Pennsylvania, by the way. Hey, Brian, how are you? Brian says, hey, Dagmar. Welcome, my friend. Always good to see Brian. Let's see. Selma says hi to Tandra. Hey, Wetback says, what's up, Dad? What's up, my friend? How are you? Dagmar's laughing, says I watched the whole 3 minutes as well when you do Elvis. Man, I don't know. Now if Dagmar says she's going to watch, I might need to do it. I might need to actually do it. Ash says, come on, I want to see an Elvis cover. I have done Elvis several times, karaoke. Milko's a witness to it. I've done Suspicious Minds very badly, very poorly, I should add. I've done Are You Lonesome Tonight? Maybe I'll do Viva. Well, you know what? I can't. I'll get a copyright strike. Saved by the bylaws of YouTube. I would do an Elvis impersonation, but I would get a copyright strike. I would lose my monetization. It's my only means of earning an income right now. Sorry, guys. I was this close. I was really going to do it for you guys. I was going to do Viva Las Vegas. Elvis did a song in a movie. You can YouTube it and find it. Yoga is what yoga does, and it's a horrible song. It might be the worst thing ever sung by a human being, ever. And I love Elvis, but it's horrible. Yoga is, look, put in the search, Elvis, yoga is as yoga does, or something like that. If you just did yoga or Elvis and yoga, it'll come up. Ash says, I freaking love Elvis Presley so much. I mainly like his Jailhouse Rock though. I'm a big fan of Elvis as well. Let's see, Ivan says, Matrix is an illusion of mind projection from our concepts, but how mind find reality when the mind is another aspect of illusion. It depends on the definition of mind, Ivan. That some might say that the mind is independent of the illusion. That would be along the lines of A Course in Miracles, that there's only one mind, and it's the mind of God, and we are ideas in the mind of God. So that's why we can't wake up. The figure in the dream, the figure in the Matrix, can never wake up. It's the dreamer that wakes up. We are dreamers within that. We are dreams, dream aspects within that one mind. So we don't wake up. But when we practice in Course in Miracles, we practice forgiveness, because forgiveness is contrary to the ego. The ego never wants to forgive. So when we forgive, we're turning away from the ego and towards God, and we wake up in the mind of God. We wake up to that ultimate oneness. Always appreciate those deep questions from our friend Ivan. Selma says, I took my sister to a doctor. How did that go, Selma? Dagmar waves at Ivan. Nightmare says, if you get a copyright strike, I'll put YouTube in line. Eric, don't worry. That's a relief. You know what? I knew giving Nightmare that wrench was going to pay off. Because he's got connections. He's got deep connections. Lola says, how's she doing, Selma? Keep us all updated. Definitely. Jace says, Yogi, why can't you see what you're doing to me? I bet you Jace could do a perfect Elvis Presley. I have no doubt. Ivan says hi to Dagmar. Brian says hi to Sue. Oh, says McLean the Brian. McLean the Brian. What's up? The legendary Brian. Soma says, my sister had a shot, but she keeps moving, but it's for not drinking wine with juice. There is a shot. It used to be you took a pill, Antabuse, which made you sick if you drank. But now there's a shot that is supposed to, I have a family member who's had it, supposed to take away the desire to drink. I hope it's effective. I hope it's effective for your sister. Actually, anyway, I'm going to get my doggo real quick. Tell your doggo I said hi. Brian says so to Mir. Ivan says I agree 100%. Yeah, the problem is, Ivan, we spend so much time focusing on the effects, focusing on the matrix and doing matrix stuff, thinking it's going to help us wake up. But it doesn't. Nothing in the illusion will help you wake up from an illusion. In yoga, the illusion is called what they call the 5 afflictions of the mind, or the kleshas, which are our attachments, our aversions, our belief that we are a small, separate self, as well as fear of death, because that which dies is only the ego. And we project all that outwards, and that's the world in which we perceive. If you want to perceive a different world, you need to heal the mind. Yoga offers a prescription. Meditation, breathwork, the asanas, practicing the ethical foundation. Course in Miracles simplifies it. Only love is real. Nothing unreal exists. Therein lies the peace of God. To realize the real, you forgive the unreal. Simply forgive it. If it's not love, it's unreal. So anything that comes to you that is not loving is an opportunity to extend love and therefore wake up from the illusory world. Ash says, I want to hear an Elvis cover from you. Well, man, I got to be honest, it's not going to happen. I wish I could. I would love to do a YouTube live stream karaoke event. But I don't think you can do it, right? You'll get a copyright strike. Oh, it says, hi there. Only one Sue in the building. When you have our friend Sue, you only need one Sue in the building. Just one Sue. So when you have the right Sue, it only takes one. That has been my experience with our friend Just One Sue. Says, Jace, you heard Yogi? Eric Point says, Yogi, we need to all make 3-minute shorts when it comes out because YouTube will push it to. Hey, that's a good suggestion actually to vote its new service. Man, I don't know what I could do for 3 minutes though. It's weird. I can't think of a single thing that I could do that would anyone would want to watch for 3 minutes. Nightmare says, remember the torch, Eric. Remember the torch. I was about to say I will never forget the torch. But I'll be honest with you. I've already forgotten the torch. Let's see. Lila says, Selma, I am praying for you and her. Happy thoughts, sister. Thank you, Lila. Someone says, my sister moves while the doctor gets her shot. It's hard for some people to stand still for that. Mir says, brother, thank you for sharing information, bro. Hey, Mir, what about you? Do you think the 3-minute YouTube short is of interest to you? Degmo says, Eric Point, we have to cut and some longer videos. Let's see, who have I missed? I think I saw our friend William, right? Sorry, guys. I've gone off on a couple different tangents, right? Which has caused me to fall behind. Virginia says, I'm falling asleep. You know what? Several people have just told me they have fallen asleep during my live streams, listening to me. Eric LaPointe's fallen asleep during my live streams before. Let's see. Mir says, all friends, don't forget the big thumbs up for Sir Yogi. Thank you, Mir, my friend. Hey, William, how are you? Jay says, William, how's you, bro? Oh, it says, we want to hear Eric sing an Elvis or Frank Sinatra. I have sung Frank Sinatra before, too. I'm a really lousy singer. Really bad. Mocha keeps saying, you're not that bad. As soon as someone says you're not that bad, you know you're pretty bad. You're not that bad. You're bad. You're just not that bad. It's okay. Mir says, hey, Brother William, how are you? Oh, it says, hi, Dagmar. So, Ginger, I apologize for putting you to sleep, my friend. Ash says, just got my doggo. He's wagging its tail. Already? Pit bulls? Pit bulls are funny dogs. Tanya says, chat is buzzing. Rhea says, Ginger, have a beautiful sleep, my friend. Dagmar says, for me, short is 15 to 30 seconds. Thank goodness I'm here just to have a good time, not to be monetized. Yeah, you know what? It really can make it much more fun when you take the monetization out of it. For me, I thought because I needed so little, or I need so little to get by in life, pay utilities, pay taxes, buy some groceries once every couple of months, treat myself to a book. Take Mocha out for pancakes. That I thought, you know what? It was hard for me to teach meditation and breath work professionally because it's such an important thing for people to do that I just want to do it for free. Just want to help people. So I thought, you know what? Can I come here and talk about breath work and meditation and forgiveness and things that have such a profound aspect in my life, and get monetized and earn an income? And we'll see. I don't want to say yes because I haven't yet. I am monetized. I've earned at least $100 every month since I've been monetized. It's not bad. I always say if you're earning money doing what you love, especially if you're doing it through a means of creativity, that's absolutely awesome. How many people can get paid being creative? You know what I mean? Doing the thing that they love to do and get paid for it. So right now it's $100, maybe in a little bit it'll be $2. I don't know. We'll see. I think 15 to 30 seconds is probably, especially, nature shorts, unless there's something really happening big. Unless you're doing a YouTube short of a wombat in the wild, which could be for 3 minutes, I don't think you need 3 minutes for anything else. Someone says, when she has the shot, I have to hold her still. I'm glad she has you, my friend. I'm glad your sister has you. Dagmar says, hey, some rest, Ginger Rogers. Jay says, it's all about burpees and sit-ups. Burpees and sit-ups. That's all you need. I think I made a decision, though. As of maybe Friday, I'm returning to the kettlebell world. I'm going to maybe do some online competitions. Maybe. But I'd like to get 60 reps of long cycle, which is clean and jerk, continuously, of course, in a 10-minute set. 60 reps, just with the two 16 kilograms, not super heavy, on my 60th birthday. So I have a goal. It's not often I have a goal. I've been pretty goalless for a while. Happily so. Ivan says, so we are a simple vibration in God's mind, which one dreaming, what we call illusion of mind. That sums it up nicely. And it also incorporates the entirety of non-duality. And I love that. Let's see. Brian says Eric can do Iron Man. I could do that. That's a good song. And I love Black Sabbath. Jenny says, I love pit bulls, but my other favorite dog is Basset Hound. I like Basset Hounds. I like Beagles, too. Dagmar says, it is, Tandra, I have difficulty keeping up. Typing on my phone. Man, I got difficulty just conversing. Tanya says Sue is great. Sue is great. Paul says, agreed, Ginger. What, are you falling asleep too, Ash? Oh, about the Basset Hounds. Dengwa says, I love Just One Sue. I like to think that my heart is big enough for that I can love just 2 Sues. Or even bigger, just 3 Sues. But I'll be honest with you. Nope. It's just 1 Sue. Maybe I'm partial because she lives by the Susquehanna River in the great state of Pennsylvania. And she does beautiful nature shorts. And she likes vultures. And she has a squirrel in her front yard, I don't know if it's front or not, that does yoga. So maybe I'm partial for just 1 Sue. Let's see. Lola says we want one Sue, and she's already with us. Absolutely. Someone says I'm crying because my sister is doing bad stuff. She's doing bad stuff now, but she has you, and you love her. She's seeing a doctor, so there's hope, my friend. Just keep being there for your sister, as I know you will, and have faith. Have faith that she's going to pull through this. It's a difficult time. Jenny says, hey, come on, baby, like Elvis. That might be a copyright strike too. I don't know. I know the estate of Elvis Presley is very particular, and they might take offense to a bearded, bald guy wearing glasses incorporating Elvis impersonations in a live stream. I know I would if I was Elvis Presley. One day, guys, remind me, and I will tell you why I love the fat Elvis over the young, slim, hip Elvis, who growing up I used to love. The Elvis of the Sun Sessions, when he was singing that same era that Johnny Cash came from, Sam Phillips, Sun Sessions Studios, man, he was lean, doing rockabilly. He was punk before there was such a thing as punk. The old, fat, broken Elvis. Broken. You gotta appreciate brokenness in someone. He had been through the stardom. He had done everything. It brought him no joy. End of his life, no joy. He was studying the Tao Te Ching. He was a student of Daya Ma, who was the head of the Self-Realization Fellowship, which is the teachings of Paramahansa Yogananda. But he still couldn't find contentment. Maybe he did at the very end. He had a book with him when he died called The Impersonal Life, which is all about eradicating the ego. The fat, broken Elvis was that way because he was eradicating his ego. He was becoming something other than Elvis. He was letting go of the Elvis persona. At the same time, still holding on to it. But he reminds me of that great line from Leonard Cohen, Anthems. That everything has a crack in it because that's how the light gets in. Elvis Presley was letting in the light. Unfortunately, it was a little too late for him. Hey, Ann. Ann's Crap Cat is here. How are you, my friend? Jenny says, do it in a tutu. Some people probably would do that. I'm not one of them. Let's see. Selma says, I will stay strong. Hey, and Selma, know that you got support. Know that you have support here. You have support in your family. We are here for you, my friend. Ella says, take care, Jace. Jace is off now. Catch you later. Bye. Ella says, Skeeter, it's up to you. Loving the channel. Hey, Skeeter, my friend, how are you? Skeeter says, one bluegill, one channel catfish. That's not a bad night. How big was the bluegill? Hard worker. Hey, hard worker. Says, I love big dogs. Man, I love all dogs. Selma says, Laza, you're my best friend. Hey, Lola, thanks for summing to Skeeter. I love going and hanging out with Skeeter. It's usually, because I go to bed early, it's usually the last thing I do before I go to bed. I get a chance to stop by to say hi and just sit by the lake. Skeeter says, awesome. Thanks, brother. Subscribe back. Eric says, or Austin says, God bless you, Jace. Hey, Austin, how are you? Someone says, Laza, I will stay strong. Lala says, yes, stay strong. And remember, Selma, you are loved. Absolutely. How you doing, Ann? How are things shaping up for you? Our friend Mohammed says, greetings from Indonesia. Mohammed, nice to see you. Ginger says, Yogi, versus Skeeter in a 2-2. Have a fish off. Someone says, Laza, I got this. I love those positive words, Salma. Austin says, hi to Ann. Eric Point says, it was 137 p.m., 1:37 p.m. when I wrote this. What time is it now? Wow. It is, but what time is it? I actually don't know. You guys are time stamping me. If it wasn't so funny that you guys are time stamping me, I would be offended. And says, I'm okay. That doesn't sound great. Ann? Eric says, hey to Ann. Someone says, I will be there for my sis. Yep, we know you will. Night Watcher says, hey, yo. Hey, Night Watcher. Selma says, I know I've missed some comments. I apologize, guys. Paula says, stay strong for you and your sister. You're capable of so much. Thank you for those encouraging words. Austin says, how you doing today, Yogi? Hey, Austin, I'm doing pretty good, my friend. Who's next on your list, Austin? I see you had me, and you had Eric Point, and I saw you had William as well. I see you had me twice, actually. I'm honored. Someone says, I'm scared that my sister, because she's going to do it again. Like I told my sister, no, but she's bipolar. Well, hopefully, with the shot that she's getting and maybe some therapy, some help, she can turn the corner on this. Everyone's saying hi. Let's see. Lola says, Eric, so many people in here. I usually can't keep up. But to subscribe and talk back as much as possible while doing my work. There was a lot of people. I think we got up to 19 for a bit. Also says, been doing good. Thanks for asking. Absolutely. Dagmar says, Mira's still here. Thank you for connecting. 100. I will definitely get back to you. Someone says, to put my sister's favorite movie is Annie. All right. Also made a video for Jace. It's a face dance. I will watch it after the live stream. Hey, you know what? I'm beginning to suspect that our friend Austin is a genius. He knows what he's doing with the YouTube shorts. Skeeter says, it's okay. I'll be live tonight. 7 o'clock, same time. Someone says, my sister is eating Mexican rice. That sounds good. Oh, it says Mexican rice is amazing. It is amazing. She likes it. Mir says, Dagmar, I try to support you in subs. Thank you, Mir. Junior says, I'm kind of slow today. I drive 2.5 hours tomorrow to my walleye spot. This is the start of your vacation, right? Next point says, I wonder if we can play 3-minute songs on those shorts. Interesting. I don't know. You could ask Goga. He's doing that live stream now, all about it. Selma says, I know who did this to my sister. It was Satan from hell. Cedar says, my favorite movie is Bugs. I don't think I know that movie. Cedar says 6 p.m. Oh, that's awesome. That means I get to hang out a little bit longer. Nightmare says, Eric, what's your favorite part about being on YouTube? It's talking to Nightmare. Is there anything else? Everything else is just waiting until Nightmare shows up. I have pre-Nightmare. I have post-Nightmare. But only Nightmare matters. Didn't see that coming, did you, Nightmare? Tandra says, hi, Skeeter. It was nice seeing you hang out over at Skeeter's last night, Tandra. Ella says, Selma, it's okay. Your sister and you are going through some tough times, but you will both come out stronger than ever. Stay strong, sister. Ella, you've been an amazing support. I really appreciate that, my friend. Someone says, I miss my sister so much. And someone says, thank you, Laza. I love you. Junior says, yes, sir. Well, nice. I forget how many days you said it's going to be. Was it 10 days? Enjoy it, Ginger. If you get the opportunity, post some videos of what you catch. Nightmare says, perfect answer, Eric. Well, of course, it's the only answer that came to me. Brian says, I think on Facebook I could 3-minute music on Reels, but don't know what they will do here. Yeah, there's much stricter copyright on songs on YouTube than on Facebook, which is weird. Redback says, I'm in a porta potty watching you because my break is over. Well, I hope it helps in whatever way it can help in a porta potty. Whitbeck says, I'm at my job site, bro. Ginger says, it stinks because I won't have my 2 younger sons this time, but now it's my turn to fish. I'm sorry your sons can't be there. I guess because of school. But, like you said, on a positive note, it's your time to fish. All it says, I love you too, Osama. You are loved. We all love you and want you and your sister to be happy. Absolutely. 3 days. Yep. 4 days. It's a good long fishing trip. Someone says, thank you, Laza. You guys are here for me. We absolutely are, my friend. Lala sums it up with always. Wetback says, porta potties are break rooms for some of us. I can see that. Well, amazingly. And I'm caught up. Someone says, my sister is very special to me. Hey, you know what? It's that specialness that's going to help see her through. She has that connection. She has your love. That's going to help. It's going to help tremendously. Oh, it says, and you're special to us, Selma? Absolutely. Wetback says, union's been on strike. I'm down on my luck. It's tough, so tough. Hey, Wetback, I'm sorry to hear that. How is there any progress being made with the union? Ginger says that, and I need a break. I have them around me 24/7. Oh, yeah, you're at home. Yeah, so this is going to be perfect for you. Someone says, thank you, Laza. You are possum. You know, the first I heard that was from our friend Artoy Pups. And very nicely, she said several times in a live stream that Yogi is possum. And I kept thinking she was calling me a possum. I couldn't figure out why. Do I have, I don't know, a possum like appearance? Do I make possum sounds during my live streams without knowing about it? Can she see my inner spirit animal, my totem? And is my totem an possum? I like possums. I saw one maybe about a month ago. First time in ages. For some reason, they stopped showing up. Let's see. Wetback says, all right, guys, I love you all. Gotta go. Love you too, Wetback, my friend. Thanks for hanging out with us. Brian says, wish you and your sister the best healing, Selma. Thank you, Brian. And Selma says, thank you, Brian. Lola says, Selma, thank you. Wish I was a dog, that I could be possum. Ginger says, for about a day, then I'm lost. Yeah, that's understandable. They become so much a fabric of our lives. Nightmare says, bye, Wetback. Lola says, Eric, LMAO. You guys are possum. Amazing. So, you know what? Maybe she was saying possum. I don't know. We'll have to ask her when she comes in next. Well, it says, if I'm going to be amazing, I want it to be a beagle then. Beagles are amazing dogs. We have a neighbor. When Mocha and I are walking Misty, we have a neighbor that we see who are walking 2 beagles. The only thing better than a beagle, 2 beagles. Nightmare says, I just love their ears. Yeah. I love hearing them too. I know some neighbors complain because beagles will let out that, that beagle sound, the beagle bugle. But I love hearing it. Beagle ears, corgi butts. You ever watch a corgi walk? Junior says, I love baskets because they're lazy. They are lazy. They're built to be lazy. You know what? They say that, Lola says, I love hearing beagle sounds. Me too. They say greyhounds are the world's fastest couch potatoes. Because if they're not all out sprinting, then they're just a couch potato. They don't want to do anything. Selma says, the doctor said that my sister will be shaking for a while. I think that's part of the process of getting better, though. Jenny says, basket hound. Yeah, they're pretty cool looking dogs. Dr. Point says, beagles are meant to live in packs. Are they? I didn't know that. Nightmare says, I'm a cat guy, don't judge me. I got 2 cats. We've always had cats. I like cats and dogs. I didn't particularly want to get cats again right now in my life. But we got them when they were 10 years old. I've had them for 2 years. Adopted from a shelter. They were sisters. 2 black cats. No one wanted them. And the person at the shelter said they told Mocha, someone might get one, but no one's going to adopt 2 senior black cats. So they'll be separated. And that's kind of sad because they're bonded. Sisters, they've been with each other for 10 years. So as soon as Mocha told me that, I was like, well, we got to go to the shelter. Got to get them. Got to pick them up. Someone says, my sister bite my hand. It's a tough experience, Selma. I'm so sorry for you. Lemon says cats are much easier, in my opinion. Yeah, they are. They're pretty easy. Except for the kitty litter. I'm not fond of the kitty litter. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I probably should not admit this on YouTube. I shouldn't admit this on a live stream. I am testing the limits of how long you can go without changing kitty litter. I'm not going over the limit, fortunately, but I'm going right up to that boundary. Someone says she kicked me in my leg. Remember, you know, your sister's going through. Your sister's going through that process right now. It's not personal. Lola says, Eric, you're right, I believe as well. I'm not 100%, but that is part of the process. Lola says, the point, absolutely. They love being in packs. I had one. Mine loved eating food. So did my corgi. Remember having her at the vet once, and the doctor said, well, you're going to have to take a treat, giving her medicine, and you're going to have to like wrap it in peanut butter and then put it in bacon, basically make a sandwich out of it, because these pills are really bitter and no dog is going to eat it by itself. And I said, nope, watch. And I held it up and I just said, treat. Of course, she went crazy, as corgis do, and gobbled it up and was ready for more. Might not have been her favorite treat, but a treat is a treat when you're a corgi. Junior says, my basset hound was I say, had a dwarfism, but heavy. Fun fact, basset hounds can't swim when they are chest heavy. I can see that. I guess they topple over head first, right? Eric Point says, yes, Lola, they were bred for hunting, and they all feed each other, working as a team. Did you know they have used corgis for sled dogs? Naima says, I have my daughter do it. I'm cruel. Hey, that's why we have kids. Unfortunately, my stepdaughter no longer lives with me. And she's actually probably older than you, Nightmare. She would look at me and be like, I'm not cleaning up your kitty litter. Not my cats. I think the saying is, not my cat, not my poop. Right? Someone says, Laza, I won't give up. Lala says, Selma, I'm sorry you are dealing with so much stress, but be strong. I promise you, you will be greatly rewarded. Spiritual, stay blessed. Ginger says they have pig legs and their butt floats. I don't know why that made me laugh so much. Someone says, I think someone told my sister to drink wine with juice. And says, you can potty train the cats. I've heard that. I don't know if I'm the right person. It took me about 16 years to potty train myself. How am I going to teach a cat? Ella says, a point that is awesome, how beagles communicate with each other. Yeah, it is. Supposedly, you can even teach a cat how to flush. Supposedly. I bet you there's a video on YouTube. Neighbor says our cats love our daughters more than anything. When someone comes in our house, they always laugh about how he doesn't leave her side. Protective. Someone says Laza is special. He is special. Let's see. Lola says, I heard that as well. Nightmare says, I still mess up the floor sometimes. Eric, don't worry. You know, that's a relief. I appreciate the solidarity. Oh, it says, Selma, thank you very much, sister. I love you. Junior says, they don't jump when they have a hard time. They don't jump much. They have a hard time to lay on the couch. What were Basset Hounds originally bred for? I guess as a hound, they were at one point used for hunting. Let's see, Brian drops a link. Click on it real quick. Thank you, Brian. Let's see, Brian says, another burpee brother, going here, going strong. Go check out the channel and subscribe. Thank you, Brian. I will check him out for sure. I just subscribed to him, Brian. Lola says, thank you very much, Eric. You are special as well. Well, I appreciate that. However, just like the channel's name, just a yogi. Let's see, who else we got? Rabbits. I like rabbits. I saw a rabbit this morning, actually. Brian says, thanks, Eric. Soma says, I love you, Laza. Lala says, hounds are all about hunting. They love it. Sleep all day and hunt when they are given the opportunity. Yeah, my family up in Pennsylvania had all kinds of hunting dogs. Ginger says, natural rabbits in deer shed. What do you mean, deer shed? Night Watcher says, hey again. What's up, Night Watcher? Hey, Sheena. Sheena says, hello, everyone. Lola says, I love you too, Sister Salma. And Sheena says, great workout this morning, Eric. Thank you. I appreciate that. My workouts will be changing, I think. Don't hold me to it. It all depends on how my back holds up. It's actually been about a year with a back injury. Selma says, I will never give up. I'm happy to hear that, Selma. Nightmare says, I need to dip. Have a good one, Eric, and chat. Thanks for hanging out, Nightmare. Much appreciated. All it says, hi to addiction. We get a heart from Sheena. Ginger says, they find antlers no matter what to find them. Gotcha. Ah. Okay, now I got you. Basset hounds. Rabbit and deer shed. Oh, this says, Selma, you are powerful. She is. Someone says, I will keep trying to help my sister. I'm her guardian. She's fortunate to have you, my friend. All right, guys, in just a minute, I think we'll wrap things up for the afternoon. Appreciate you hanging out with me. Eric Point says, hey to Sheena. Sending prayers to Florida. I have two friends in Tampa who decided they are going to ride the storm out. I wish they wouldn't. It's not for me to second guess. So all I can do is send them support and send them love, and if they need anything, I hope I can help. Someone says, I will keep my head up. I'm glad to hear that, Selma. Not what you says, I'm going to be less active because frankly, I'm bored all stream. That's understandable. I'm not a super exciting channel. I don't do anything, you know, in my live streams. Sit and I look blankly at the camera and I talk. The only reason you guys are here is because you fell under my deep hypnotic powers. You heard me say possum over and over again. You know, wombat is a trigger word. When you hear me say wombat at the beginning, instant hypnotized. Not what you says, another great live. Ginger says, they can find a scent up to 5 days. A scent up to 5 days old, like a bloodhound. Well, I didn't know that. I knew they were used for a scent now that I think about it. Selma says, I'm everyone's girl here. Everybody's girl here. You're a true friend. Night Watcher says, another great live. Appreciate that, Night Watcher. So yeah, I don't blame you for being bored here. This is why everyone falls asleep. Eric's Point says code 3. We have hit the critical point. We have hit Wombat stage code 3. Never before achieved. I don't know what to do. I'm almost in a panic. Fortunately, we have Erica Point here to set things straight, keep us calm. State of emergencies. We breathe, we relax. Sama says, I love being here with you guys. We love having you. She said, I'm just surprised I made it through like 100 streams with my visible attention span. Someone says, if I need anything, I will talk to you guys. Absolutely, we'll be here. Eric's Point says, live is being now shut down. You heard it, guys. We hit critical mass. Stage 3, Wombat. Odom says, great street, great live, Yogi. Thank you, Odom, my friend. I appreciate you listening. Nadeem says, hi, Butter. Hello, my friend. Ginger says, Wombat. When you say that, it makes me think Fish, the band. Wombat, you can tell they down a bunch of acid and shrooms. Probably. Well, it says, I'm back. Just stepped away from the screen real quick. Got to get some coffee. Matt Watcher says, we need a Co4 cuckoo. Nadeem says, hey, Johnny Sims. I'll take that. But hey, stage 3, we got to go. Daisy says, hey, Daisy, we were just shutting down for the day. Well, for the afternoon. I'll be back later this evening. I hope you're well, Daisy. Man, I really enjoyed your live stream. As always. Ginger says, good live. Florida will make it. Thank you, Ginger. Someone says, I took my sister to a fun place. Well, good. All it says, what's up, Daisy? Or code 5, naked mole rat. Well, all of them are naked, right? Or are you picturing a mole rat in a tuxedo, maybe a top hat? Daisy says, okay, I'll see you again. Thanks so much. We get some hearts. You're welcome, my friend. All it says, it was fun. Yogi Meister. Yogi Meister, one of my favorite drinks. Took her to a park. That's good. The point is laughing. Guys, we are extending the limits of the code 3. If I say Wombat one more time, we might hit the unheard of stage 4. Let's say Ginger says, your imagination is awesome. It gets me in trouble. But you know what? I'm an endless source of amusement to myself. To no one else, ever. Definitely not to Mocha. But to me, Mocha's amused by my own endless source of amusing myself. Nothing I say ever amuses her, but the fact that I'm amused by what I say amuses her to no end. Oh, it says, enjoy the park with her. I hope so too. Nightwatcher says, too. Lola, I've always wanted to say that name, but didn't know how to spell it. Well, this is something completely different, but the same. Someone says, thank you, Laza. Nightwatcher says, Yogi Meister, Yogi Meister. We can't say it 3 times. I don't know what would happen. All right, guys, I gotta go. I'm gonna see everyone later. Thanks for hanging out with me.